Welcome, friends, to our exhibition of works by Richard Diebenkorn from 1948 to 1992. And this happens to be our 9th solo exhibition of Diebenkorn's work over the years. And we're very proud of this collection of paintings, drawings, and some wonderful etchings. One of the great pleasures in my 50 years of business existence was knowing Richard Diebenkorn, who, when I first met him in the late 70s, was one of those larger-than-life figures, and he took some sort of a liking to a youngster like me. One of the key loans to this exhibition is the painting on my right, which is from the Berkeley Series from 1955 and comes from a prominent collection in Texas, and we sold it to them many, many years ago. It is the only Berkeley painting we have in this exhibition, and they're quite rare, and this is such a great example, so it's a thrill to have it. On my left is a classic example of the early Ocean Park paintings, which Diebenkorn began in the late 60s, 68, and this is 1969, when he was in Los Angeles and had a studio in Ocean Park, which is an area near Santa Monica. Diebenkorn definitively ended his figurative approach with the Ocean Park cycle, which is now celebrated as one of the most important periods in his career. As you can see why by studying this painting. The composition is marked by vivid gestural planes and rich bands of color. The scale, palette, and geometric yet painterly quality make it all very exciting to behold. On my right is a rather unique and rare example of Diebenkorn's Ocean Park series, and I think this is one of the great gems of our exhibition by virtue of it's so complete. It's small, but he did a series of these Ocean Park images on cigar boxes. He smoked cigars, he had some cigar boxes, and he used them for his format. On our upper level, we have a selection of smaller works, some on paper or oil and canvas, which is part of the group of paintings, drawings that he did while he was living in the Bay Area and as a part of the Bay Area figurative movement. And the scale is that much more reduced than the larger paintings downstairs, but still they're very, very strong and very compelling. The painting of the chair is absolutely, unquestionably, one of my favorite paintings of Diebenkorn's work. It belongs to his family. It's just something about the presence of the chair, obviously the way the light is hitting it, and the palette and the composition, but it's a painting that I've admired for years. And the one on the other side over here is also another painting that I've admired for many years. So he went back and forth at that time in the mid or late 50s, early 60s, between doing figurative paintings or still life paintings or interiors, and sometimes interiors with exteriors. So it's a combination of all these different features. Here we have a large painting, particularly large for that period of time, which belonged to a very well-known San Francisco collector. It's a painting that I used to see in her home with her wonderful collection of Matisse paintings, Picasso. This hung in a wonderful place, and I used to admire it whenever I went there, either for a drink, cocktail, just conversation. And eventually it came on the market after she passed away, and I bought it. I've had it ever since. It's in our collection at home, although occasionally it's here or been let out to any number of exhibitions. We are now in the lower level of the Berggruen gallery, where we display smaller format works of art by virtue of the fact that it's more intimate, the ceilings are lower. I think it creates a wonderful environment to have these etchings and some drawings down here as well. And these were published by Crown Point Press, which in the olden days was across the bay and has been in San Francisco for quite a few years. And they happen to be our next door neighbors. I think Diebenkorn really hit his stride working with Catherine Brown, who started Crown Point Press and is still the leading light.
Catherine Brown at Crown Point Press in Oakland, California, over 2 weeks in January 1986, with Richard Diebenkorn working here.
Well, I'm willing to do anything you think will work. And it's sort of like you've got it on the acetate, and you tear it off the acetate, and stick it on there, piece of tape.
Well, that's what we did for this little thing. Remember when we had that cutout thing?
This is an edition of 60, and I think over the years we have sold 33 of the 60, not all at once, but over the years, as I said. These two works, the one on my right and then the one on my left in the middle here, span the duration of Diebenkorn's mature career as an artist. 1948, and this one is 1991. And it's great to have those as sort of counterpoints to the exhibition. Getting to know Diebenkorn was the turning point of my life, at least in terms of my career as an art dealer. He definitely encouraged me in terms of my interests and what my gallery programming would become. It was always meaningful just seeing him and being with him. And equally important was the fact that I obviously fell in love with his work. And this exhibition here represents not only his prolific and successful career, but also my admiration for him as an artist and a friend.